And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Factorio Space Age. We have received those turrets and capture rockets and stuff. So I think we're in a position where we can go capture some miner nests, even if we're just going to basically let them escape again. To complete that one tech. Yeah, you're basically walking through the well over-designed base at this point that, okay, if I was to fire mining productivity, it would be worth something. But right now, while we're waiting for bioscience for quantum processors, it's kind of sitting there doing absolutely nothing. I suppose the problem with building a base like that, but we did. Not that we necessarily have a lot to lose out here if we got jumped by the biters, but I'd prefer not to. Okay. Okay, capture robots are capturing them. There we go. Lighter egg handling. Yeah, it's a building that takes some food, spits out better eggs. And in practice, that is stuff you want, but for us, I think we've done what we want. Time to go back to base. So yeah, now in the tech tree, we can queue up. That's what we need to research. All of it requires science 73. We have production of don't think we need any science at this point. Because we actually only need the Promethean science for doing the research productivity, which I think we're gonna skip on. With the pursuit of trying to finish the game instead. finally get the victory condition. So there's one thing we can do. Bomb vessel, can you pick up a couple loads of chemical plants? I'm thinking about what we have on here that I would want our new platform to have, per se, for traveling. If for no other reason than to get back here once we get the platform actually built up. Alright, we've quested thousands, and it's building pretty quickly. So getting it to come back to fill out the gun turrets wouldn't be too hard. Yeah, otherwise we're gonna prep to leave. Well, I suppose we don't even need to really leave at this point. Do everything remotely. Mostly remote. Got those on the way. Viscous. We're not making any progress in quantum. Did the stuff just spoil while we were waiting? Yeah, that looks like what happened. We're not producing fast enough to not have it spoil by the looks of it. Oh, that one completely stalled. That's part of it. Okay, we'll have to go back there to manually start that up, I think. Or, no, actually we did get some Globin did come through. Maybe not a lot? Well, no, would have dropped off 1,000. Huh. It's just making its way through the system now. So yeah, I think we're gonna get ready to launch again. Potentially go fix Gleva so Gleva works a little bit better. And then we got our ship that we're building. Thinking at this point, we're pretty close to the end. I don't think there's necessarily going to be a lot of interesting stuff left to go. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to stream this again. I might just record me playing it on my free time, on non-stream slot at this point, just to force down what's left. Because yeah, basically we need 6,500 Aquilo science, which isn't too onerous. It's time consuming because we got one maker of it going. But other than that, it's not particularly onerous. And then we need to build the ship to go out to the edge, which honestly this might be there already. Might be big enough. Okay. I lit up 1,000, and we need many more, many more. Okay. Wait, no. Need that. Otherwise, this isn't gonna work. Yeah, okay. Wait, that should at least protect the core a little bit better. Okay, so somehow I need to fit in armor piercing stuff in here. Well, I suppose I can fit normal bullets in here for the moment. Is this in any way sane? No idea. Is it plausibly going to work? Plausibly. Oh, I didn't leave quite enough space. I'm gonna have to scooch it all one. So I suppose scooching the front up one is not too bad. Okay, crew design. Something I think I could actually fly back to Novice if it gets all built. Maybe a question whether or not that can actually get built, but we'll find out. Anyway, we're definitely struggling with how I got the science set up. To get the science to progress effectively. So let's try manually feeding it a little bit to get the glebin to work a little bit better. What's happening is I think it's by the labs are grabbing what they want, like actively, and then the rest just flows past. That doesn't work very well with the glebin science. You get in big waves of like 1,000, in my case. Which works well if you've got the other sciences distributed the same way, which I don't. Basically, I'm suffering from the drawbacks of interplanetary shipping. Okay, we run down here, we grab the glebin science, and hopefully get it delivered before it spoils. So that's not very long. Why aren't you grabbing the other sciences? I see. Okay, so it's just flying through them because there's basically no freshness left on them, which is the other problem that can occur. Yeah, we're getting more quantum processor tech going that way, but if we have to do that to keep that working, that's going to be very fiddlesome. Okay, how goes Aquilo? Got another 1,000, so let's send the bomb vessel out to Aquilo, pick up the science. Well, we got more glebin coming. So the other problem I have is I don't have, yeah, I don't have that one on tap either. So it's all focused in 5 labs, which isn't super effective. For the moment, I'm gonna go pick that one up, just because that stops these from completely bypassing deeper into the thing for the moment. That'll become a problem if it starts to spoil, but hopefully we're just burning it fast enough. We probably aren't, but that's a different problem. Okay, and they're running for the moment. In theory, that's enough glove and science that it should actually be able to finish with quantum processors. Swap that to an and for a moment so it stops next time it gets to the Vulcanus. So we have time to throw some stuff over that might help with the construction of this one. We are definitely experiencing the faster capacity to build, just also the fact that we don't necessarily have enough gun coverage to actually protect this stuff until it's mostly built. Maybe the drawback of not building around Novice is that, pretty much. Novice is a safe orbit. Yeah, quantum processors are moving. If we finish quantum processors, we're probably going to go back to Aquilo at some point just to start development of those actually being produced. Yeah, not surprising. Oh, there we go. And the glove and stuff starting as well. That was somewhat predictable. Okay, this is not necessarily an optimal long-term solution, but it's temporarily, that's a way to get the... Well, no, that's not going to work super well. Never mind. Like, that is the solution, I suppose. Or a solution. Okay. All levels loaded. Go back to Novice. Okay. You're on the way back. You're on the way... which really shouldn't be doing anything there. Like, we have you on a cycle and it's cycling. was thinking is we wanted to go speed up on those. Might regret that when the power doesn't work right, but you know, short term, let there be speed. Immediately recognizing there's not enough copper in that system. Okay. I know where copper is. I know where lots of copper is. We can fix that. Lickety split. Is this a smart idea? No. Functional idea? Maybe. Oh, and I probably have that the wrong way around. I probably went the other way around. There we go. Yeah, that's obviously connected. Okay. So you can go the other way. I suspect we're gonna have an iron problem as well for fixing the copper that way. We're gonna have an iron problem. Okay. If that hooks up right, we should basically have even iron and copper. Keep these running as fast as we can. Negative quality, but you know, 0% quality is 0% quality. We're gonna add 8.8 crafting speed. Yes, make that that progress for launch. goes. Oh, we wanted to ship more than that, obviously. Okay. I'll just do like 1,000, not like 200 a dime. Yeah, on this ship, we're kind of hoping to build it faster than it breaks. It's never the best way to handle maintenance. Okay, so if those make the full gauntlet, come back here, get shoved back to the top, and go back to the bottom. Okay, buffing the potential science here. So now we just need more glebin to get it going faster. Okay. Then we can fix these. Got a little bit more science, and then we're at this one. And I think we can do by so. Oops. Let's be that one to that one, and that one to that one. Yeah, the other thing we're basically waiting for is you to come back. Apparently more glove and science, so we'll get another influx of glove and science. We'll get a bunch of this actually running. see science go a little bit faster. And yeah, we're just gonna continue managing this weave, managing this weave, managing this weave. But looking at the time, this is probably where I should go ahead and put the part break in and bring the stream down. With how close we are to the end, I might elect, instead of running this as a regularly scheduled stream, just forcing through during my free time. At this point, I don't think there's going to be necessarily that many interesting builds other than the final ship to go. It's just going to be scaling up, scaling up, scaling up, and I don't think very many people is watching Factorio on the channel anymore at this point anyway, so I hope you've all been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there'll probably be another part up by tomorrow. What the form that part will take, I'm not sure, because it'll be done during my free time instead of during normal stream time. If you're watching on Twitch, this is where the stream is going to end. If you're watching live and or in the VOD after the fact, I suppose, because those would be the two places where it would be available. Hope you've been enjoying. I may still technically stream the following parts, but they won't be on the regular schedule. I think this will be the last one that will be regularly scheduled. Because yeah, tech-wise, we've got 4 techs that we need to do, and then we need to build a ship that incorporates, well, maybe doesn't incorporate the fusion drive. Not sure we actually need to do fusion, per se. Because right in the fusion drive looks like, oh, I'm going to get cold stuff that I can make hot. That makes plasma, right? So I'm not sure what we use the plasma in yet. Yeah. and without a good usage for the plasma, right? I think the answer to the plasma is we accept plasma, turn it into power, which, yeah, we could do that, or we could just use fission power. I think fission power is probably the way to do. Put a big fusion plant on, or fission plant on the next ship. So I don't think we're gonna go fusion here. We're just doing it because we need it for the tech. We are gonna do railguns because I think you have to do railguns, or have very specialized builds. But other than the railguns being, as you can see, 100 quantum cores each, and we're gonna need a couple, at least. Maybe like a full stack of them up on the ship, probably like 10 or something. And the railgun ammo isn't that bad, right? So it really just comes down to getting the railguns built. Railgun shoots railgun ammo. Does the railgun turret actually shoot railgun ammo? That's a question. Oh, it does. Okay, so it's got a stack size of 10. It's telling me the stack size, not the railgun ammo size? Or maybe it is telling me the... Okay, we'll have to build one, see how it arms. I think it's pretty sure it's railgun ammo. But that doesn't even look that bad to build, because we're basically building that with the armor-piercing rounds already. So it's going to be railgun ammo, shoot the really big stuff, rockets that shoot the medium size, the next size down. The next size down is going to get shot with the normal bullets. So we need to build a ship that's got a frontal of all that. But yeah, I think interest-wise, I think building that ship is going to be the last sort of interesting thing. And we'll see if this experiment of trying to build over at Vulcanus is actually functional. Hindsight might not quite have the lifting capacity to do something that's completely unprotected from a Vulcanus construction standpoint. It might actually have been better to try to import all that landing, all the bits to Novice and launch it up there, but it's building. It's taking longer than it needs to because bits are constantly shipped off of it. But yeah. So yeah, I hope you've all been enjoying. Again, this will probably be the last regularly scheduled stream. But yeah, after 53 streams, don't think very many people are necessarily watching it live. And if you're watching it on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying. This is deep enough in the stream that by this point, either you skipped a few or you've probably watched it long after it's been recorded. At some point, I'll probably come back through and try to do a more focused run, but that will be long in the future. Yeah. With that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.